always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Oregon's offense will have the football first. As many good things as the Oregon coaching staff had done, they certainly had the monkey on their back. 0 for 3 against Washington in their first 2 years, all one-score games. They finally got it right a year ago, and you got to think the Dogs are now looking for payback.
Yeah, it was a 28-point beatdown. So they got the monkey off the back. Dan Lanning gets his first win versus Washington. This is always a great rivalry game, and Oregon got the momentum back in this series a year ago, Palmer.
Yeah, they did. They had great balance on offense, too. Remember Dylan Gabriel throwing it and Jordan James on the ground running it. So they're going to look to do a little bit more of that in this one today.
Moore to the air. That's caught. It's Moore. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Oregon was dominant last season until the Ducks ran into that Ohio State juggernaut in the Rose Bowl, and that left Oregon still in search of its long-awaited first national title.
Well, Dan Lanning has built this thing into a national championship contender. He's done it in the trenches. But I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback and how that position plays out. Dylan Gabriel exhausted his 17th year of eligibility finally last year, David, so that's where my eyes are at.
He did, no doubt about it. He was around for a long time, but I think it's more the excitement with Lanning and continuing to bring in high recruiting classes, but breaking through and getting that first national title. They're on the precipice. Is this the year?
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Back to pass. Sets up the screen. The Ducks pick up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Took a shot as he threw. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what
There he goes. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
The Ducks have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Ducks! Great job by the back on the option. You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Autzen Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together an 81-yard drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the Washington Huskies offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Size makes so much noise. You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Williams will pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Washington sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out of this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. A first down run on the doorstep. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Off the play fake on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Williams looking for a man. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I love the play call defensively. Third down, and you're anticipating the quarterback being in the pocket throwing the football, so you dial up the blitz. You get home, you hit the QB, and force the incompletion.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The inside handoff. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Moore will throw. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Finding open areas. Pulled down for the tackle.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. Everything in the playbook is open to me.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. Williams will pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Green. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the 2nd half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last 1st down gets them a little bit of confidence.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. Jumped on top of the pile. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short, working that wide receiver screen. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down. They've been steamrolled so far in this 1st half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Well, and I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Williams looking for a man. Gets it to him on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
This will likely be the last play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. hoping that a field goal could give you a little bolt of energy, but instead you look up and the scoreboard still says you're down by 17.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, they wait all year for this game, and the Ducks and Huskies could just give us one fun finish today. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? Still 2 quarters to go in this one between UW and Oregon, a treasured rivalry in both Seattle and Eugene.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They punted away on 4th down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Williams will pass. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage. And I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
Takes the handoff. It's Coleman. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on.
Gonna let it fly. Catch and stride inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Looking downfield on first down. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, running back gets the give.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And the Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense.
Pass interference. Offense.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds his man, it's Moore. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Williams looking for a man. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out like a tuck move or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Fighting off the defender. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Ducks line it up with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to power it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here's the return from inside his 10. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Williams will pass. Trying to set up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Oh, he's got some space. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the 1st down.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
On third down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one. And they...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Williams looking for a man. Got his man quickly. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Moves away as he feels pressure. Breaks into the open. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So it
unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Williams will pass. Pulls it in. It's Green. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Evans.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Last chance coming up. Going for it all. That is caught for a touchdown. No time remains, and they can win it with an extra point.
What an unbelievable play to deliver a touchdown with no time left on the clock, tie the game. You get an extra point now. You're going to get this really tough win on the road. You talk about mental toughness. This football team has showed it all game long, and especially on that last play.
It is steeped in animosity and laced in bitterness, and in this one, it is crowned with victory for Washington as the Huskies take down the Ducks. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.